Good day. Creation and implementation of supportive material for pre-intermediate English language learners by Maria Paula Ovalle and David Felipe Moreno.
This research reports the process of creation and implementation of a supporting material that is adapted to pre-intermediate English language learners at the Distrital University. Additionally, we study the perspectives of the material users in regards to its influence over their language learning process. From the literature that has been reviewed, we have discovered that it is crucial to expose the students to the language creatively and intensely. We can do this by using language tips and images that tell a story that will catch the students' attention. Moreover, context is crucial to the learning of a second language because it increases motivation. If learners feel comfortable with themselves, they will produce a better output. We contemplated our own experiences enrolled in basic English courses as well as our role as teachers in formation. We noticed the importance of practicing around the study environment and giving relevance to the learner's previous knowledge. Moreover, the necessity of integrating this context and consequently promoting the internalization of the foreign language.
The research will be situated in a Colombian public university located in the capital of the country. It covers the education of the population with low economic resources. After a couple of years of formation as language teachers, we have inquired on supportive material creation and implementation and how it might influence the development of the class or support the teacher's information process of learning and teaching a foreign language.
We consider a needs analysis performed in a pre-intermediate class with 21 students, which allowed us to confirm our main assumption about the existence of several proficiency levels into the classrooms and the students' perspectives about approaching their language learning with supportive material. The students filled a survey with open questions in which they wrote their thoughts about being a trainee English teacher, the perception about their proficiency levels in the group and their own, and how the implementation of supportive material influenced their learning process. Among the thoughts expressed in the survey, we found the next answers. ¿Siente que su manejo del idioma se asemeja o distancia de sus compañeros? Justifique su respuesta. Sí, considero que aún no tengo las bases suficientes para igualar o estar a la par en su desempeño del manejo del idioma. Considero que me falta practicar más y tratar de hacerlo más seguido. A veces, tal vez por el vocabulario, porque hay muchas cosas, sinónimos y demás que no sé, entonces por eso muchas veces me siento en desventaja.
From the answers expressed in the survey, we were able to notice a general sense of negativity towards supportive material. Some students manifested not following the whole book throughout the course, but rather working with worksheets taken from it which they expressed gave them a sense of discontinuity. Teachers in charge of English courses tend to implement external books in language classes. According to the students, the material is brought to the class is subjected to the preference of the teacher and it frequently varies from one teacher to another. On the other hand, the students express not feeling identified or connected with the material as it is usually said in English-speaking countries.
After a couple of years of formation as language teachers, we have inquired on the supportive materials creation and implementation, and how they might influence the development of the class or support the teacher's information process of learning and teaching a foreign language. We found the variety of material created for the district's university and hundreds of teachers who are trained there is limited. Therefore, we attempt to develop a material that helps not only students who want to learn a foreign language, but also one which helps students, as ourselves, who are discovering how to teach the language they are learning. Personally, we consider that among the responsibilities of our teaching labor are the creation, adaptation, and implementation of material in order to support the learning process of the target language. According to Tomlinson, In the case of teachers' information, supportive materials development and creation offers the possibility of recognizing and studying the strengths and weaknesses in terms of language learning. Inquiring in both aspects might lead us to offer a material that has stronger links with its users and therefore a stronger influence over their learning process. Moreover, materials development and creation encourages the investigation of modern and effective methodologies which might endure our skills as language teachers. Likewise, this creation could be implemented whether in similar contexts or populations with similar objectives.
The main research question aims to gather and explore qualitative data addressing in how do supportive materials may influence the proficiency of the English language in English teachers' information. Our research sub-question will set the base of the study and to understand the participants' perception towards English proficiency, use of the material in a mixed-ability classroom, and trainee teachers. This question stands on how do supportive materials may lessen the anxiety level in a mixed-ability classroom.
The purpose of this supportive material is to help teachers information enrolled in basic and pre-intermediate English classes to improve their management of the foreign language. However, we also aim to recognize the usefulness of the material inside EFL multi-level classes. In this study, we attempt to analyze the perspectives of the material users on the effectiveness of supporting material implementation in multi-level English classrooms with learners enrolled in an undergraduate program.
Our theoretical framework gathers three important aspects we take into account in order to construct. Those are supportive materials, mixed-ability classroom, and anxiety levels.
During the process of data collection, we attempt to include at the end of every unit of the workbook a section meant to collect the comments of the participants. Those comments aim to answer our main research question and sub-questions. At the end of the implementation, we expect to gather information of three key aspects. 1. Their process of learning. 2. How useful the material is for them. And 3. How the material could affect their practices of teaching.
Our type of research stands in two main aspects. Number one, qualitative research, taking into account the humanistic focus of the BA in the TFL, we attempt to develop a study on the creation and implementation of supportive material to enhance the proficiency of trainee teachers in the foreign language. And number two, action research. We're interested in observing to what extent the learner's performance and levels of anxiety might be affected positively or negatively by the creation and implementation of supportive material.
Thanks for your attention.